Hello, welcome to your July Shadowscope with me, Sally Kent. I'm really looking forward to pulling some cards for you and delving into the insight and guidance of the tarot and also some archetypal decks. And I'm using my own personal deck for the Shadowscopes. I thought it'd be interesting to bring in the deep, rich symbolism from the Egyptian Thoth Tarot, which has a deep and enchanting history, let's say. They always resonate with me for my own personal readings, and I thought it was about time that I share some of that deep, rich magic with you all. So without further ado, I hope you really enjoy your July Shadowscope. So let's take a look at the cards. Hello beautiful Libra. Welcome to your Shadowscope for July. Oh, this is a very fecund and fertile reading in many regards. What is it that you want to grow? That is the question. That is the energy. You've come out of a pretty dark period, and July offers you the sun. July offers you the time to see things that you either didn't want to see or couldn't see. Life becomes illuminated again, and it's a result of you becoming illuminated and fresh. There is so many new starts and new things that want to come forth for you in July. But what's crossing you is this needing to complete a chapter, needing to put an end to something. And the World card is a celebratory ending. It isn't an ending like the Death card or that we see in the Ten of Swords, for instance. The World is about acknowledging that this is an end of a chapter, and we have learnt a lot, we've celebrated and achieved a lot, and it's about acknowledging all of your efforts, everything you've been through to get to this point, and then looking forward to a new beginning, which we then see in the fall. You do have lots of new beginning cards here with the Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups twice, the Page of Pentacles, also with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Swords. And then the Mother archetype card is the beginning of the archetypal journey. So there are so many new beginnings in front of me here. But it's interesting that we see the World in the crossing position, because whatever's in this position is stirring things up, causing stagnation, conflict. It's stopping whatever is underneath the crossing card from fully expressing itself. So the longer you put off ending this particular chapter or this particular cycle, whether it be a job, relationship, mindset, behaviour, could be all of them, but you'll know which one it is. The longer you put off completing that chapter, the longer you put off from the sun energy expressing itself, essentially you're closing the curtains and the blinds to the light that wants to come in and fulfill your wishes in your life and bring joy and optimism and freedom and happiness, health, energy. So whatever it is that you know that needs to come to an end, it would be great for July for that to be something that is tended to, so that you can experience this sun energy. There is a rebirth happening emotionally for you. There is something new that wants to come forth. For some of you, this could be the beginning of a new relationship, or it could be a new chapter in an existing one that is sweeter, more tender, closer, heightened sensitivity towards one another. Because you've got it twice here, this is a message that really needs to be listened to. So we'll get to the Thoth interpretation with the Prince of Cups for this particular deck, but it is the same. It is the same card. It is the same energy, but you can see that it is expressed and felt in an incredibly different way with the Thoth deck. And I've pulled one Thoth card for each star sign to ask, what is it that is deep, deep in the psyche of this particular sign that really wants to come forth and be looked at and taken out of the shadows and into the light? So whatever is kind of in the shadow tends to be something that we're either feeling fearful about or nervous about speaking about, or ashamed or guilty, and it's tied up with low vibrational emotions basically. And it's interesting that kind of the same energy is in your crowning position as it is in your deep shadow energy. So this is on your mind and it's deep in your subconscious mind. So we will delve into that further as we progress. So what you're letting go of in July is this juggling energy of multitasking, being everything for everybody. It's just not realistic, and nobody likes a people pleaser. They're just so boring. They're so boring because they haven't got a voice of their own, and it's like they're, you know, this. You've got the Two of Pentacles in your passing position because you're done being a people pleaser. You realise that it's just impossible, and actually we can't ever make other people happy. People are responsible for their own feelings and we can contribute to their happiness, but actually you want to contribute to your own, and you really want to think about what it is that you want to grow and focus on. The root of your energy of the reading is Justice and Page of Pentacles, and this says to me that you want to get very truthful and be very fair in regards to what it is that you want to plant, what it is that you want to nurture, grow and put your energy into on a physical level. You're being very fair, but you're cutting straight to the truth in July in terms of what it is that you really want. And people are ready for it. The people that care about you and that want to grow with you and build with you are ready to work with you with this energy. So whatever it is that you want to start, grow, plant, tend to, focus on. For those of you that are coupled, it seems that your partner is on board and wants to nurture this vision and this goal with you. So July seems to be a time where you can get excited about new opportunities and new experiences, new feelings, new passions, pursuits, and more energy, because you're putting that energy into yourself this month. Well, that's what you're being guided to do. For those of you that are considering therapy, this would be a great time to start that process. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of, having therapy, whether it be counselling on your own or with your partner. We all need an impartial person in our life to speak to, so that we can get things off our chest and see ourselves and our situation in alternative lights. And communication is the foundation for all great relationships, you know. So for those of you that are considering therapy or seeing a healer, for instance, or having a reading, it would be a good time to do it, because it seems like the King of Cups energy being accompanied with the Ace of Wands, I feel like by you opening up and sharing your emotion, both positive and negative, it leads to new energy and a new beginning in terms of your passions and your pursuits, and there's clarity as a result of you feeling and expressing your emotions. So there seems to be lots of activity, travel, expansion in July for you, Libra. After a period of you being held back and restricted and stagnated, some of you, now it's a time of flow, freedom, expression, fun, activity. So if you're invited to things and you've got the capacity to go, I would advise you to go, because there seems to be anything that involves activity, excitement, travel, passion, seems to lead to more passion, pursuit, activity, travel. So it seems like a busy month for you, but an exciting one because it feels bigger. It feels not only bigger but more comfortable for you. Others are seeing you as, you know, very successful this month. They're seeing you as at the beginning of a journey, really, and only just getting started in terms of your true passions and your true kind of quest. And I do think for some of you, this quest is starting a family. For those of you that are looking to do that, having 2 Page of Cups energy in your spread, it does suggest that this is a great time to not only communicate that with your partner, but to give it a go. But it does seem that you're quite nervous about going for your goals, whether it be to start a family, to start a business, or start a new job, or even like a new health regime. It seems that it's mixed with a desire to do it, but also with this anxiety of, but what if it's delayed, or what if it doesn't happen? And it's kind of there's a temptation for you to let anxiety get in the way of this bubbling energy that's guiding you to follow it, you know. You do have money luck in July. There is an opportunity to either bag a great deal in terms of business, or seek an amazing new client that you get on really well with. But it could also be a windfall for some of you in July. So the more you can be honest about what it is that you really want to pursue and grow, the more the universe can help you, but also the more the people around you can work with you. So as I mentioned, the Thoth card that I've pulled is to represent a deep yearning from your psyche, from your shadow. So this is a time to really nurture yourself, you know, because how you treat yourself is not only a benchmark for how other people treat you, but it's, you know, it's a huge message to the universe to say, I matter, and the universe helps people that help themselves. So however you feel you need help and support in July, this is a really great time to start that process of giving yourself what it is that you yearn for. So for some of you, it is to be listened to have therapy, to have your emotions validated and acknowledged. For some of you, it's about communicating with yourself about a new health regime, a new way of looking after yourself better. For some of you that have kind of experienced a period of hurt and withdrawal, this can mean that July is a time when you start to open up again and start to trust that good things can come to you. You know, our feelings are like a GPS system. They kind of really alert us to our current inner state, and often the feelings are influenced by our thinking. So if we're letting our thinking just run wild, then often that can result in anxiety, because the body is responding to the thoughts. You know, our nervous system doesn't know the difference between a real or imagined situation. So our body is responding as if it's actually happening if we are imagining things. So really bear that in mind in July, Libra, because the universe wants to deliver to you what it is that will bring you joy. So really assess what it is that you want to bring forth that will bring you joy. Interesting that we have the Mother card here for the archetypal message. And just like the tarot, the archetypes can be read in both dark and light energy. And this is one of the reasons for the Shadowscope, is to accompany the light messages from the tarot, but also to acknowledge the darkness, is to live a balanced life. So let's look at the Mother archetype energy. So it's associated with the Great Mother, the feminine, and the source of life. So it's the beginning of the archetypal story, is the mother's love, because through her sensual, fertile and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she's offered resources from her body for the building of our own. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. So with the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she's meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives, yet she clings. She creates, yet she restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. So the mother is part of the trifecta, maiden, mother and crone. It's like the three aspects of the moon and three aspects of feminine. So because of the relationship between them, take special note when this appears in a reading, because it's it's marking a time, especially if you're especially if you're a woman, because and you're thinking about procreating. This is an incredibly important message, and especially if you've got a clingy mother, this might really resonate with you. Notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of mother's grace. So if you're experiencing this mother archetype in light energy, then you'll be feeling glowing, generative, creative and nurturing in July. But if you're experiencing this archetype in a dark energy, then you may be feeling dim, exhausted, controlling and limiting. So let's just explore the mother archetype in a sense, because I feel like some of you are this mother archetype for so many people in terms of offering advice, counsel, energy, and this is a time for you to put that mothering energy towards yourself. For some of you that are concerned about leaving your mother in some way to pursue your own kind of growth, it is a natural uncomfortable energy in place to be when we reach that point of kind of really asserting ourselves as kind of a maiden wanting to be a mother, for instance. That could be a way that this plays out. But essentially, I think the overall energy for you, Libra, is one of seeking that which gives you that life-giving force, treating yourself the way you would a small child, loving yourself, giving yourself the things that bring you joy, and really paying attention to your internal state as showing you whether what you're focusing on is a beneficial energy or you could do with changing course. And I think this is why July is full of so much activity for you, because you have an opportunity to really follow a tremendous amount of guidance that is coming from your emotional centre, which is your heart. So I think that's the main message, Libra, is to follow your heart, sweetheart, and to speak your truth about what it is that you want to grow and nurture. And if that's yourself, that's absolutely fine, but if it's more things, then it's time to express that. So I hope you enjoyed your Shadowscope, Libra. If you did, I'd love to hear what resonated and how you felt. If you would like something more specific, then feel free to get in touch. But I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in August. Bye.